Our Lady Queen Victory!
Great cross!
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the Irish!
This is ABC57 Saturday Kickoff, presented by Antwon Dental, with your host, Allison Hayes.
There is no quit in this team today. The 10th-ranked Fighting Irish look to bounce back, facing off against ACC foe, the Virginia Cavaliers, in the house that Rockne built. Welcome to ABC 57 Saturday Kickoff, live from Heritage Hall at the Joyce Center on the campus of Notre Dame. I'm Allison Hayes. Now, the Irish dropped 3 spots in the rankings this week after losing to 3rd-ranked Georgia on the road, but they're still in the top 10, and today they face a tough opponent in 18th-ranked Virginia. Notre Dame is a 12.5-point favorite, but the Cavaliers are 4-0 for the first time since 2004, and the Virginia defense leads the nation in sacks. Now, our ABC 57 Saturday Kickoff team is live across campus to bring you all of the pregame excitement. Matt Randall begins our team coverage from Notre Dame Stadium with Coach Kelly's keys to victory.
Well, Allison, in the moments following that loss to Georgia, Brian Kelly told us that this week against Virginia would actually be the defining week of the season. Not that that result down in Athens didn't matter as much, but that this game could really tell the Irish what they can do from here on out. For every coaching staff around the country, there's a premium on motivation. This week for Notre Dame, that motivation comes in what head coach Brian Kelly says is an opportunity to define the season.
My sense and expectation is that they understand the importance of where we go from here after the Georgia game. We have to play better football.
Welcome back to ABC 57 Saturday Kickoff. I am joined now by the legend, Joe Theismann. Thank you so much for being on our show. We can't tell you how awesome this is for us. We've seen fans already asking you for pictures and autographs, and you've been here for 5 minutes.
Well, it's very nice. It's always nice to come home. The University of Notre Dame to me has always been home, and I appreciate the fact that people want to get their picture taken with me and want autographs, and so it was a great 4 years for me here. I mean, it's just the most wonderful place in the world.
Well, I'm going to rattle off some of your stats because they're pretty incredible. Of course, All-American, 1970 Heisman runner-up. They changed your name from Theismann to rhyme with Heisman. Love that story.
That didn't work.
Close.
Didn't work.
So close. Record holder for passing and touchdowns, College Football Hall of Famer. What has Notre Dame meant to you? And when you look back on your career, what are some of your favorite memories?
Well, it's interesting. What Notre Dame has really meant to me is an opportunity to be able, first of all, to get an education. That was primary. I mean, when you look at the term student-athlete, that's exactly what we were here. We were students and then athletes. And I think the emphasis on education is so vitally important. So that sort of sets you up for the rest of your life.
How, for you, important it is to see some of your players year after year come back with their families?
It makes you realize how fortunate you were as a coach to have the relationship with the players today. I never thought I'd have it when they were here because we were a little bit tough and demanding. But I tell you, one of the best things that's happened to me is I've been able to sit back and reflect. And that's something everybody ought to do. When you get so where you can't see the forest because of the trees, you sit back and you reflect how I could have been a better person, a better husband, a better father, maybe a better Christian, and certainly a better coach and a better relationship with the players. But I am blessed to have had so many wonderful players for us.
Coach Brian Kelly puts in countless hours each season, so it's important for him to enjoy a little downtime when he gets the chance. This July, Brian and Pocky celebrated their 25-year wedding anniversary as a family, taking all 3 children overseas for a once-in-a-lifetime family vacation.
I went back to the homeland, went to Ireland.
The Kelly clan, Brian, Pocky, Patrick, Grace, and Kenzel, made the 3,500-mile trek for an incredible family trip.
It had been a while since we had done it, our last probably family trip, so it was a lot of fun, and it took a lot of planning on his part. I was surprised because, it was like one of those things I said a while back, and he showed me it in February, like, here's the deal, like, yeah.
And we often hear about local athletes dreaming of running out of the tunnel here at Notre Dame Stadium and playing in front of their hometown crowd. But some players, they have other plans. One of them is South Bend Adams quarterback Ira Armstead, who will be watching the Virginia Cavaliers pretty closely today because that's where he plans to spend his next 4 years. For so many local football stars, the assumption is that they'll one day don the blue and gold. But every so often, some walk into Notre Dame Stadium as the opposition.
You know, I went there in June and things like that, so to go and see the guys again and see them play live, I can't wait.
Ira Armstead is in the middle of his senior season with the Adams Eagles, just down Twickenham Drive. So when Virginia comes to his hometown, he'll be in the building to see his future firsthand.
They're very family-oriented, very close. The players are very close. They love to have fun, you know, work very, very hard. So that's what I loved about it.
Of course, there's bound to be some tension when rooting against your hometown team, but it's a given when your own coach is a former Irish player himself.
At the end of the day, it's God Country Notre Dame, and Virginia's coming up here to, you know, give a good showing, but in the end, the Irish will win.
Smell of new paint, still setting. Brand new chairs glittered with gold. Signs of Notre Dame sprinkled everywhere. Welcome to exclusive studios. The vision of South Bend native Julio Rodriguez. Long before Julio popped the champagne to celebrate his new digs.
I've been cutting hair right now for like about 6-7 years.
He was just a teen with a dream, working out of his parents' basement.
So I started messing around in high school with my own hair. I got pretty good at it, and then I just started telling everybody in high school, like, yo, if you need a good $5 cut, you know, let me know.
Julio, through some connection, set out to make a name for himself and his booming business with athletes at the University of Notre Dame.
I seen some of the basketball guys at tailgating, so I went up to them. I was like, yo, if you guys ever need a good cut in town, let me know.
You just walked up to him?
Yeah, I walked up to my boy VJ, you know, because I knew he was from Fort Wayne and an Indiana kid, and so I was like, man, just let me know. You know, I could go to you guys, you can come to me, and after that, it just went on with the basketball team.
Names like Bobby Colson, Jerrion Grant, and Demetrius Jackson. And soon, it wasn't just the Irish Hoops team donning Julio's haircuts. Notre Dame football players, one by one, hearing of this South Bend secret. Names like Chase Claypool, Dexter Williams, running back Tony Jones, tight end Cole Kmet, and quarterback Ian Book.
I've been going to Julio since I was a freshman, and it's cool to see, you know, him fulfill his dreams. And yeah, I go to him every week, try to get a game day cut from him.
They want to feel like they're in their prime, so by that, you know, they want to look good. You know, they want to feel good. They want, you know, I think it's one of those things where, you know, you look good, you play good.
I am joined now by the Golics. We're so excited to have you guys back. We've got Mike Golic. This is your third time on the show, but Christine, this is your first time here on our stage. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate the tease earlier when you said former Notre Dame legend, because you said that and she threw up in her mouth a little bit.
Wow, she uses that term very loosely. Just throwing it around.
I appreciate you saying it, but then I get mocked over here. So
legendary talker.
Okay, maybe that's probably better.
In your experience, do chicks dig the long ball or a touchdown?
Touchdowns. Touchdowns for sure. Touchdowns are harder to come by, so I'd say, yeah, touchdown for sure.
All right, deep dish is it for here, tight end, Cole Kmet. Reds on the remix. Thanks, man.
Yeah, take care. Take care.
Well, Cole Kmet is scoring touchdowns partly because of that great offensive line play blocking for him. And guess what? These tall guys behind me were all offensive linemen back in the day. Shannon Gibbons joins us. Go around here and introduce yourself.
Yeah, Tim Grunhard. How you doing, guys? How are you?
Played for Lou Holtz, Kansas City Chiefs as well.
Hi, Scott Vincent.
Scott Vincent joining us. All right, so they're rebounding against Georgia here. A little home cooking. What do you think?
I think we're going to do great. I think the rainy weather plays in our favor. The wet field, I think it's going to do good. We're going to do good today.
Get a little Lou Holtz inspiration today. We already talked to Lou, and he says there's a path to the playoffs.
This beginning of a new day. You can waste your use it for good. There's be good, not evil. Success, not failure. Don't forget the price pay, because tomorrow's just a whole string of nows. Go Irish.
Go Irish indeed.